Right. You alright there, fella? Okay, calm down. Right, got a quick little video tutorial kind of thing about building out in the water. Something I discovered somewhat accidentally. Let's grab some logs first. And do I have sticks? Yes, I do. 2. Yeah, it's already 1. Good. Now, so far this is... Alright, calm down. This is the only log duplication that I can get to work. Ta-da! So, there we go. Now, grab some more. Now, this isn't what I'm going to be showing. Oop. Yeah, sometimes they will fall through the ground. But, yeah, who cares? Right. Let's keep them there. Now, let's see. Building in the water. Up to a certain depth, you can no longer build. Yeah, there's fine. If we try and go... Nope, that works too. Yeah. There we go. Right. Grab this log. Yeet! Yeah. So there's a certain depth that you can go to, and when you try and place the log down, the animation of bending over to place the log, like that, will put you into the deeper water, so you can't place them. However, I found a workaround, at least for now, until it's patched, assuming that they would patch it. Let's grab you. Nope. Come on. Quit bobbing. There we go. And we will... Let's see, we'll go to about here. And place you there. Yeah, but that's good enough. We'll grab you. Place you off of it. Straight as we can. Over there. Yeah, that should do. Is that looking level? We'll grab a couple logs, place one on top, jump up on it, and place one, you can do it from down here as well, at the downward angle. Yep, here might be not too far in. That might be. Grab that, and we'll see. Yeah, well, you can place it there normally anyway. But whatever. We'll use the whole log. You'll cut it to shape now. Line yourself up on the beam. Try and get as centered as humanly possible, and when you see that arrow, I don't think I'm lined up right. I don't. You kind of have to be spot on with it. There we go. Oop, grab that. Just chuck you there. And we'll grab another one. Stop crouching. There we go. Okay, Kelvin. Please. Down there. Now. Grab you. Out here would be too deep. Yeah. Too deep to place it normally. And we'll just push it over. So, same again. Line yourself up as best you can. Hopefully. Perfect. And there you go. Now, you can come off. Oh, just grab one of these, or two of them. In any direction, obviously, forwards or, you know, either side. So you can expand this out however you wish. I think I'd be able to place there normally, yeah. So we won't bother doing that then. I think we'll just aim for going straight across. This one should be another half log. Let's see. Yeah, looks like it. And get lined up. Nope. Yeah. Now, getting the perfect lineup. Oop. Never mind. Come on. Right. Now, you can't. Oh, shit. Ah, fine. Now, you can't place a log off of this. I'll just grab this one over again. Take a wider route. Perfect. Try and not crush Turt Russell. You alright, Turt? Yeah, he's fine. Oh! I see you brought a friend. Alright. Now, unfortunately, you can't build off of here, at least not with logs. Maybe you could do something with sticks. Probably not, no. Yeah, well. No matter. Place that there. Line up. That's not. Is it? No. Yeah. It's kind of a pain in the ass to get it right, but what can you do? Apart from get good. Put you down. Come on. Damn it. And there we go. Over you go. Let's see. Well, I think you got the basic idea for it anyway, but there we go. Grab that half log back. Now, it's working for now. I'm not sure if maybe somewhere down the line it'll be patched out. That is a bit too high though. Well, yeah, it's alright. This is just for showing it off. I think it's about the same build as the other, same height as the other build anyway. Oh. Oh no, you're alive, okay. Oh well. Let's agree to never speak of this again. Now. With this area, which is the big waterfall here on the map. It's this weird looking lake thing. Well, the lake's up there. Now with this particular area, which is the only place I've tested it, there was an island within a lake. I forget where exactly. I see it. Yeah, the pulsating green circle right at the top of the map there. There's the lake right there with the island in the middle. I had a quick look around there. I don't need the map. Had a quick look around there, and the water, well, the land, essentially it's going to be too steep around that island to build this structure. But there is another means of building on the water if you wait until winter or start a game in winter. You can place logs straight down onto ice. So build up whatever base that you want. Then when the water fucks off, the ice rather fucks off, the base will stay where it is. However, if you wanted something that looks like it's got more support to it, something like this, then you'll need relatively shallow water. Now, this is too far over. I think we're gonna have problems connecting here. Well, how about here? We should be able to expand out this way. Let me try that. Now here we should need a couple of these quarter logs. Nope, ignore me. What about over here then? No. Okay. Fuck the quarter logs. Here you go, Kelvin. Think fast. And then that's the one. You'll do. Now. Yeah, that should be fine. Based on that, we should be able to build right the way along. Now, placement isn't too important for this video, of course, but if you're looking to build a bridge, just this single log all the way along would do. I don't know about the enemy pathing across it to get to you. I would put my money on they would be able to figure it out. Now, oop. Hey, waifu. Well, I don't think she's fine with me yet, but, well, we're not really here for you. Kelvin, don't scare her off. Huh. Yeah, well. Oh, what the fuck? That's a first. When the f... I have seen her clamber over fire countless amounts of times. Interesting. Maybe it's based on friendship? Okay. Moving on. Oh, hello. Which one of you idiots is Kurt Russell? I think this one. Not what we're here for. Anywho. So, yeah, I'd put my money on the enemies being able to find a way to run across this to get to you. I think they would fall off either side at some point, though, just based on their movements from memory, at least. It's cool. I'm gonna quickly set it to daylight, though. There we go. I am gonna need that. Num num num. I wouldn't recommend drinking water with a dead dude like chilling in it, but you know, dysentery's not a thing in this game, at least not yet. Now, let's see. For at least this body of water, I think somewhere like where that stone is it? Eventually, I think it's past the stone, I think about here. Eventually you start needing 3/4 logs. Further out still will undoubtedly be full logs. And when you're at the point where you need full logs, I don't think you can go out any farther than that. So, just bear that in mind. Back this way you should be fine. This looks like it would be half. Half. Maybe 3/4 in the middle there. Well, if you're unsure what length you need, like, some of them it's fairly obvious, like, here would be another half, so you can just take, like, a half with you. That's a nub. Yeah, here you go. Just take a full log with you if you're ever unsure. This will be half again. No. Should be. Let's see. Grab another one. Idiot. Yeah, if you weren't aware, because I wasn't until I did it by mistake, if you throw your logs, they just, well, at a log holder, they'll just sort of adjust themselves, so saves a little bit of time. Now, let's try a half. I'm probably going to fuck this one up for the next 5 minutes. Fuck off. Over you go. I can pick you up from there. Have you... Damn it. Now, let's try this one again. There we go. It will take you some time to get the hang of getting it lined up. Well, it might not. Actually, if you're a particular kind of wonderful, I'm sure you'll pick it up pretty quickly. Which, you know, I assume you are. I'm not. It takes me ages. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. I say I'm not too familiar with like that many bodies of water. Like the spawn beach, there's shallow enough areas where you could build this. It does get pretty steep pretty quickly. That island in the middle of that lake, that gets very steep as soon as you get to the edge, so I don't think you'd be able to build this. I could try something else as well. Yeah, that sort of works. Let's try it in the deeper water though. I don't think it'll work. We'll just stick a log on the end of there. We'll just grab you. Never mind. Right. Grab it, thank you. Whoop. There's no need to rush, never mind, I'll fall off anyway. Grab that. Now I don't think you can place these from above. Did I see the... That's the other way. No, it doesn't look like it. Now that's going to be more than a half log down there. Oop, inch it, come on. See, place it that way, but standing here. What did that do? Yeah. Well, not sure what. Well, I assume because I was stood on the damn thing. Let's see. Now. Oh. Okay. All I meant to do was place you down. Come here. Less of your judgment. I don't see you trying anything. Now. Let's go over here. Place that there. See if we can't. No. There we go. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be possible to place it from behind. Whoop. No. Ah, well. That first way I showed you works, well, relatively fine. I think for somewhat shallow water, like... No, I'm swimming here, so... Oop, still swimming. There we go. You could maybe get away with... You know, this level No, I think as soon as you move, it'll put... yeah. So I'm going to grab another log, because I think that's going to be a 3/4 one. Let's see. But play about with it on your own anyway. There we go. Yep, 3/4. And then we got a nub to throw at a fella. Yeah. Now, I think beyond this point, potentially one more 3/4. Let's see. No, I think by there it would be a full one. You might get away with it giving you the 3/4 one. Like I say, if you're ever unsure of the depth, just bring a full log and the character will cut it to the right size anyway. Now, I would come back along this way, in fact. Oh, there was another thing with the front part here. We could put one there. Just throw you down there, grab you. You should... Yep, place that. Grab you. Place that. Grab you. And one more. At this level, you should be able to... You should be able to go straight across. I think we're a bit too deep. Yeah. Ah well. But from here you can reach with a half log anyway. Although, at that depth a half might be too much. Let's see. Will you... No. You will. So we'll grab one of the Kelvin nubs. No, that won't place, so we'll grab that out. Chuck you straight down. You can put that on. Grab you because you're not needed. Place that. And that. No. Now we should be able to go straight across with it. Yeah. And it just brings it up to the proper level on its own. If potentially Turt Russell wasn't stood here, I forget which one. Whatever. Yeah, so should be able to come across here again, just to make sure that Kelvin and Virginia can walk across it. I think it might be good to place planks on that as well. Yeah. Somewhat. Don't mind me. Just playing hide the turtle. Or terrapin, whatever it is. Now, obviously if you're making a somewhat wider bridge or building a base out here, yeah, there's waifu again. If they can walk across it, so can the enemies. Now when you're building this up, I would recommend, if you don't really care about the AI, if you don't mind if they get stuck, maybe saving and reloading would reset them anyway. Okay, something's flinging suitcases. Oop, sorry waifu. I forgot. We're not friends in this one yet. But yeah, if you don't want them getting stuck, like they will sometimes try and path over unfinished structures, wind up getting stuck in the water, so just kind of plank it up as you go, if you can. But if you don't care, then, you know, it's fine. I think that'll about do it. Now, the other thing I was going to talk about was the drying racks. You can't build, at least I don't think you can. I was meant to just grab that. No. Thank you. There we go. Just place you there. And that's not the button. That's the button. Here we go. Yeah, you can't. Or maybe it's because it's at an angle here. But it seems like you can't build. Yeah, the angle doesn't matter, does it? Or it does. Never mind. So I can build one here. I'll just place another fire down quickly. And build that. Oh, it does let you. Oh well. Must be when I was trying it before. Just the angles were getting in the way. But either way, if you build a campfire under a drying rack, it speeds up the drying time, which I would demonstrate here, but well no, I'll jump into my other save. I don't really need to save here. I'll jump into the one, show you what I'd built up there. That's the one. Yeah, these ones are just set to peaceful, so I don't have to deal with enemies spawning in and screaming at me every 5 minutes. Yeah, that's enough of that. Yeah. Hello, waifu. I think we're friendly here, aren't we? Yeah. Just step on the turtle, it's fine. Now, yeah. You will help. I passed it, didn't it? Yep. Get fish and chuck them on the ground. Yeah. Now, here's what I'd built up before. So you can get sizable bases here. I think there's room to go out farther. The only problem was it was a bit too close, so I can't really go over this way. Unless I want it coming out here. Then that would just look weird, so if I do need to expand, I can head out this way for potentially 2 more logs. Maybe 3. But you're free to obviously build whatever you want in the water. If you want to see if you can build right up to the waterfall, feel free. You got something for me? No. Thank you. Hello. Oh, you're gonna lead me over there, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah, I had no idea this camp was here. Yeah, thanks. You're a big help. I mean, I didn't spawn in from that tent or anything, you know. right there. Well, she tries, that's the important thing. Where... Oh. Ah, that's why. Well, I'll just stuff my face for a minute then. Just clear these out of the inventory. Yeah. Now, I've already tested it before, since the 2 drying racks, or hence. Yeah, well, I think just 1 on each would do. Yeah, keep jumping over the fire and not getting burned. Must be related to whether or not she's somewhat friendly. I don't know, I'll have to test that out later. Yeah. I'm glad you approve. Yeah. There they are. Just... Or just eat it raw, that's fine. So we'll chuck these 2 on there. Yeah, we've already got one. And this one up here, try not to eat it. There we go. Yeah. Yep. More river water. Lovely. Why? Wait a minute. Oh. I think the audio is bugged. Yeah. I thought that was the character breathing, but no. Yeah. We'll just ignore it. We'll pretend that that guy's some creepy breathing pervert, and that should do. We just won't go over there. Apart from when we need the fish, but yeah, whatever. So yeah, you can either keep these, well, this building means in mind if you're wanting to build bridges. Enemies will be able to use them. While I was crafting this one, and while I was trying to win over waifu there, she would come running up the bridge at me. At times where it was unfinished, like before it was all... well, actually that's perfect. I can set it to daytime, but before the floorboards were down, she would come running at me and then fall through them. So you could, in theory, there's the fish. These ones are dried, and these ones aren't. Now, it does mean that if you don't take these off of here, they will turn green quicker. Yeah, we'll just leave them hanging up because just now there isn't really a system for, you know, like grabbing green fish off of there. You still get dried fish. They do despawn after a certain amount of time though, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, thumbs up. Yeah, just now it's relatively fine. So we'll just hang these up here as well. But eventually, much like with the original game, you could hang meat somewhat indefinitely on drying racks, and then you have to patch that out. Which makes sense, you know. These things would rot anyway, and eating them would undoubtedly do damage, so. But in the meantime, enjoy it while you can. Potentially the same with this type of building. I'm not sure if they would even bother patching this, if it's something that they would feel they need to patch out. The building on ice, I think they would patch that. Because you do essentially have a floating base. Once when the ice melts and your base is still on top of the water, it would be classified as a floating base, and I know they weren't too keen on that in the first one, so I think they would look to patch that out. This one, I'm not sure. It's definitely more realistic, except for maybe standing on the log and, you know, lifting it up while you're standing on it. We can argue. But I think if there were a patch building on frozen water, I think maybe what they would do is just have the water designated as a no building zone. But, you know, I have no idea with the developers. I've never spoken to them or even done game development, so what the hell would I know? But yeah, that's, I think, pretty much it for the tutorial, or in all fairness, it was over after I showed you the first log placement and you got the rough idea, so yeah. With that being said, I suppose, unless there's anything I'm forgetting, I don't think so. The only thing I could think of to mention would be how the enemy AI gets on with it. But having built these in Peaceful to test it, I couldn't really tell you. I can tell you how these two idiots got on, and so long as there was gaps, they just kept falling through. The amount of times I'd catch Kelvin sitting, chilling under the water. Yes. Didn't know he could do that. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much sitting like that, but down here. Weirdo. Same with Waifu, she'll still randomly fall off here and get stuck. But, you know, you can just leave her to it and she'll figure it out. From this level, she can jump up. Also, if you're building this kind of thing, I'll take some of these out. Chuck them there. You can, so long as you get the right positioning. There we go. Jump out. And if you do need to, grab them again, fill that back in before Waifu comes running over. There we go. Yeah, if you fall in, sometimes you can swim under. Not this one though, so. Ah. If I'm in here, it won't let me take it down. Interesting. Ah, there it goes. Just persist with it, and you can get yourself free. Or, you know, roll the dice with jumping, I suppose. Oh, nope, I need that log. There we go. We'll just go the long way around, it's fine. Kelvin. Actually, we'll put the other one first. But yeah, if you're still watching, I have no idea why the tutorial's over. You can go home now. Or, you know, whatever it was you were up to. Yeah, there we go. Nope. You got something else for me. What the hell is that? Salmon berries. Yeah. Thank you. Hell yeah. Yep, just, you know, go with it. It's fine. See, it's an early access game. We kind of have to turn a blind eye to a lot of things. Like, for example, I did find one that, you know, I say we'll turn a blind eye to it, and I'm immediately running over to show you. Yeah. You know. It's, oh, hello. I'm not showing off anything, you know, over here. There's nothing to see, nothing at all. But yeah, I believe down here, you're potentially going to be able to build there. Breathe. I think if you can, it'll be full logs. Here might be a bit too much. And then you've got these rocks might get in the way. But, you know, I don't think you need that big of a base anyway. Well, except for storage. Never have enough storage. It here looks like over a full log. So probably not possible to build there. Now, I don't think you can reach the water to... Oh no, you can. Okay. Ignore me then. Num num. Why are you still fishing? Because I didn't tell you to stop. Right. You go. We're fine. We're good. Jesus. You know, in some parts of the world, they would classify that as an environmental disaster. I hope you're proud of yourself. Yeah, he is. No, not that I need them. Right. Well, I think that'll do it for the tutorial portion. I'm trying to think if there's other things I've found yet. Just the log duplication thing, but that won't be in forever, so building here you shouldn't need it because you got plenty trees. Yeah, there she goes. Yeah, what I'd recommend is, say, yeah, what you okay, you're fine. So probably here. Place. Well, actually, I think the better placement would be up here. Once when the log duplication's been patched, or if you don't want to use it, you know, that's fine too. Build a couple log catchers up here and just leave Kelvin to deforest the whole area. Maybe further out. I think the whole point in building here would be to try and keep some of the trees. You know, just for the aesthetic. Unless you hate trees, in which case, go nuts. But yeah, that'll do it for that. Now, on to pretty much just generic info about the channel, I suppose, and we'll just awkwardly stare at Kelvin while we talk, or while I talk. So, the Skyrim series of what you... fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna follow you. Sit over here, get warm, stare at you. Yeah, the Skyrim series, I won't be continuing that one. What was it? The computer I was using before, it still works fine. Yeah, it didn't die on me, thankfully. At least not yet. But the hard drive wasn't that big, so I'd wound up filling it up with other videos. I had the rest of the Skyrim videos, to the point I couldn't actually edit them because I didn't have the space to. But now, thankfully, I've got myself a new computer. Whatever. So, well, I mean, the old computer, I doubt it would have been able to handle this game anyway. Maybe on like low to moderate settings. I haven't checked the requirements for this game. At least for now, with this computer, I don't really need to check requirements. Because, you know, it'll handle it. Yeah, let's see. Just now I'm running on everything being, you know, the highest. Yeah, full, high, ultra, pretty much. On the, and that just goes on to custom, yeah. These things, I'm not even gonna pretend like I know what the hell half of these are. Like, you know. Except for motion blur. Fucking hate motion blur. But yeah. So, this, ooh, waifu help. There we go. Yeah, we're good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so the old computer, I doubt it would have been able to handle this game. Even if it could have, there was... Yeah, I would have to choose between deleting some of the Skyrim videos, editing the previous ones I'd recorded, and then trying to re-record the other ones. But now that I'm onto the new computer, those save files are pretty much gone anyway. As well as all the mods, which, you know, I did have a list of them. There was ones not on the list because it's been that long. Either way, I'm kind of done with the Skyrim just now anyway. What with the whole... What the hell is it? The anniversary edition that they pulled. Yeah, I just... Like, I'd seen them, yeah, advertising it through Steam, and I thought, hey, this looks not too bad. But when it was basically just going to be the, what is it, the community mods or something, just all of them piled in, as well as some other stuff. Like, some of the stuff that they added is pretty cool. Like, the fishing, it's alright. You're kind of stuck. You can't move. Like, if you could grab a fishing rod and approach any body of water at any point, so long as you see fish, and then just fish from there and, like, move the camera, look around, things like that, that would be fine. But, you know, the way it is, you just sort of find the fishing spot, you activate it, and then you're stuck. And that's it. You know, I wasn't that impressed with it. Same with some of the other missions. Yeah. Like, I appreciate the fact that they are still trying. It's just, you know, meh. So yeah, after a while I was just thinking, you know what? Fuck this. I'm taking a break from it, and you know, took a hell of a fucking break from it. So whether Skyrim will return, I don't know. Maybe. I'd like to. I'd like to, you know, have Tati and Janassa running around again. Looking all super cute, but that's just me being weird. Oh, don't mind me. I'm trying to make a rollie, which I'm gonna do anyway, now that I've drawn attention to it. So, Skyrim may or may not continue, but one thing I will be doing is a proper playthrough of this game, as well as there's a challenge I have in mind I'd like to try. Not sure if anybody else has been doing challenge videos yet. I'm gonna have to try and familiarize myself with the map. The challenge is basically no crafting mat, so, you know, like, taking anything from here, like, you know, going into the crafting mat, grabbing, like, the tarp, or using anything from here. The only thing I would allow myself to use would be the backpack. So, yeah, because some things get added automatically to the backpack when you pick them up. It'll also be no, or to a degree, no building or no crafting. Because one of the things you get early on is you get the tactical axe, the lighter, the GPS tracker, and the guidebook, but they're in a little pouch. And the only way to get them is to go into the crafting mat and add them to the crafting area, and then open them. That would be out. So we're gonna have to, or I say we, I'll be doing it, and you lot will have to suffer through it. If you want to, you know, your choice. So we'll be playing with no GPS tracker, no lighter, and no starting axe. So it's gonna be interesting. We also can't just add the backpack to the mat and then, you know, pick whatever thing, you know, adding things, taking them off. We won't be able to do that either, because technically, well, not technically, it's obviously using the crafting mat. So the only thing we'd be able to do is pick things up in such a way that they get added to the backpack. Yeah. There's it. There's rules I'll have to flesh out. There's I would say tactics to use. Let's be perfectly honest. It's going to be me running around this map completely lost for probably the next year and a half. As I'm frantically thinking, where's the cave? Where do I go? You know. So, yeah, we'll figure it out. So it'll either be that or just like a regular playthrough. I've already completed the game Yeah. Thank you. Are you? Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah. So, you know, I know pretty much the gist, at least for now, with the game as it is now. No idea what they might be adding in the updates. I haven't been keeping tabs on any of that, so the story might change. I'm not sure. I think it's a bit weird that it's, yeah, the first release of Early Access and they have a complete story. Like, okay. Like, we didn't have that in the Forest, is the thing. It was, I mean, obviously, it was bit by bit. We got closer and closer towards the end. Yet here we've got the end straight off the bat. I'm not going to say, like, what the ending is if anybody hasn't got that far yet. Although if I'm doing a playthrough of it and, you know, you wind up watching it, you'll see the ending there. Potentially. Now the other thing would be with the challenge, whether or not I would do permadeath. Yeah, I'd have to think about that one. Yeah, because I found the game, the playthrough where it completed, I say playthrough, it wasn't recorded or anything, but the save file where I'd completed the game, I played it on custom difficulty with enemies on, obviously, but their attack damage, their health, and their armor was set to low. Because I just wanted to, you know, like, essentially I could have put it on like normal, or if they have an easy mode, I don't know. I'd assume so. But I could have put it on that, but yeah, I saw that they had like a custom option. I thought I'd have a look through that, and just thought, yeah, fuck it, why not? Yeah, even with those settings, I was getting my ass handed to me left, right, and centre. Because the enemies in this are just unbelievable. Like, a couple of times, heading to, say, some of the icons on the map, and I would run into, essentially, an entire troop that were either out for a wander, in fact, sometimes, like, 2 or 3 troops. If you know how many of them are in the standard village, there's not usually that many. It was that times 3, just out in the wilderness. So I'm not sure if it was like 3 patrols, you know, like 3 large patrols that met up around me, or if they spawned in somewhat deliberately. I know some enemies do spawn in deliberately. I've seen it firsthand. Like once when you've been in the caves and you've, you know, brought all that nonsense into your world. There was a particular enemy, which again I won't spoil, but I was creeping up to one that was standing out in the open and hadn't noticed me. Hiding in the bushes watching him because weird. The enemy, not me. Well, I am weird, but, you know, not for that reason. And off in the distance I noticed this one particular enemy just came beelining straight towards me. So some of them do seem to spawn in and know exactly where you are and head there. Hopefully that's a placeholder, you know, for the enemies, and it's not going to be anything permanent. I'm not too keen on the idea of that. What's the point in having stealth mechanics if the enemies are just going to spawn in and know exactly where you are and come barreling right at you? You know. But we'll see. So there's the possibility of having that difficulty setting for the challenge as well, because as it stands, if it's before the update, I'll maybe play on those settings, and then you lot can decide whether I'm a giant fanny or not. That's fine. If it's after the update, I'll probably have another playthrough, see what's going on with the enemies. If they exist at the camps and then wander out and happen to find you, then I'll consider like increasing, like setting it to like normal or maybe even hard. But if they're just gonna spawn in at you, because I've seen myself fighting off like potentially 20 to 30 enemies just out in the middle of nowhere with no idea why the hell there's that many enemies out there, other than they're just spawning in at you. So, but that's kind of the plan anyway. But I think I've rambled on enough. I'm sure there's undoubtedly some shit I'm forgetting. Let's see. No, that's pretty much it. So, hopefully this tutorial or building tip, whatever the hell you want to call it, hopefully it's unknown to most. Well, actually, hopefully it's known to everyone, and then I just look like an idiot. But if it was unknown to you, then hopefully it helped you out. You need something? Just wanting company, are you? Yeah, well, I get that. Damn, you're adorable. Ah, well. I'll leave it here and see you in the next one. Unless I forget anything, I'll tack on at the end of the video. But till then, bye-bye! That sounded a bit too Markiplier-y, didn't it? Ah, well. Later, bitches!